Taylor Swift does witch rituals, weird rituals on stage. And then what happens is women who see stuff like Taylor Swift, they see stuff like the Barbie movie. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. It's after you watch these things, there's an uptick in divorce. Divorce is bad. Divorce is a bad thing. It hurts children of divorce. Bad things happen to them. They are not doing good as a result of it. It hurts people, it breaks people, it makes them empty. There's a lot of women who feel empowered getting divorces. They die alone, sad and lonely, those women. Alone, sad, and lonely. Then they get mad. Maybe they become moms demand action or something and try to control people's guns or whatever. It's just, they become radical feminists and things. These women who get divorced. Women need a man, and a man needs a woman. They both do. Otherwise, men remain children, and then they end up homeless. I don't know if you're aware of that. But you gotta have something to be responsible for, like a man has to have a woman and kids, and a woman has to have kids and a man. People need something to be responsible for, so they grow up. Stop being little children and selfish narcissists. Instead, be married, get married. Here's the thing, like with this disposable society we have, because everyone's on their instant gratification devices, their cell phones, the interwebs and all that, they think they need to be pleased and gratified immediately. Well, you don't. Hold your horses, calm down, be still, take a deep breath, and work through your marriage problems. And if you got questions, I'll answer it for you. You know, I've gone through, my own problems in my own life. There's nothing I haven't been through. And you know what? I'm sure if you want to comment, if you want to say, hey, I want to get divorced because blah, 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 blah. First, you're probably wrong. And second, I'll help you through it. So, because we need families to be together, and we need them to have lots of kids too. I mean, like by minimum, if there's a married couple out there, you need to have minimum 3 kids, and up to like 6+. There's really not a stopping area there. You can have 7, 8, 9, 12, whatever. That's fine. That's good. Because they don't cost as much as people pretend like they cost. You don't have to pay for all the college, because college is stupid. So anyway, meat and potatoes, right? You can handle it. It's fine. So have lots of kids so you're not alone and lonely and miserable and sad. And stay married so that they have an example. And get off your stupid digital device so you don't think you need instant gratification every second. So you ignore your kids, you ignore your wife who needs lots of attention, and she's beautiful. So don't ignore her. Don't ignore the kids, because I'm gonna tell you something. You're not gonna get real fulfillment by getting some like on the Facebook. You're gonna get like the same kind of fulfillment as a heroin junkie. It's just meaningless, and it's just addiction. It's like your synapses rewired. So if you're gonna be on Facebook all the time and ignore your kids, just do heroin instead. What's the difference? Don't do either one, actually, technically. I mean, that's my advice is you probably don't need to do heroin or be on Facebook for hours and hours and hours or play video games for hours and hours and hours. Our culture, our society, the TV show Portlandia has said, you never have to grow up. You can be a young, happy kid forever and play your video games on the interwebs all hours, all the time, all you want. And that's great. Well, that's the devil. That's a lie. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You can do that, but you do end up alone and lonely and pathetic. Like, you're pathetic to people. You're pathetic to women, men, when you do that. And it's like saying to women, it's like the same thing with the devil and everything. It's like expressing to them they don't matter. So we've been living the TV show Portlandia. We've been living as adult children who are obsessed with the comic book movies and the blah, 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 the video games, whatever, the newest video game movie, the newest remake of something stupid. So where are we now? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Or are you drugging yourself? Are you drugging yourself with your own sexual promiscuity? Are you drugging yourself with the interwebs and trying to get people to like your posts that are meaningless? Are you drugging yourself with drugs, marijuana, alcohol? Those are drugs. You are drugging yourself. Heroin, meth, fentanyl, you know. I don't know if you're aware of this, but 90% of the people incarcerated in prison were on drugs. So, you know, just stay away from them. And I think that includes social media addiction. I mean, don't get me wrong, finding out when the next rodeo is on Facebook, okay, whatever. But when you spend more than an hour looking online, trying to find out something stupid about Taylor Swift or what your friends are doing or what's going on because you're bored and you're just looking all the time, you could be making something. You could be making something of yourself. You could be making a table, you know, something solid, something that's representative of time spent, you know? What's representative of the time you spend online? You know, the kids, the little kids that you might have. If you're focusing online, you're teaching them to focus online, and you could be making something solid, which is a loving life where they feel important. They don't feel important. The kids don't feel important. The young ladies don't feel important. And so everyone is drugging themselves. If you don't feel like you're valuable, if you're not treated right, if you're not told that, if you're not literally told that you're important, you're specific, you have a lot of value, then you start killing and you start death.